Welcome back to Sekiro. Today we're heading into the Serpent Valley.
Yonk.
Before then, I always gotta do this before I move onward. I missed. Never mind, moving on.
Bye! General, this guy just cut me once and ran.
A hit and run. So in pretty much every Souls game, we gotta have some kind of binocular or telescope or what have you, and that's it for this game. The Nightjar, like I mentioned, those are the Tengu Shinobi. There's also something very important up here. But before I get it, I want to do a bit of sequence breaking. That door I was right next to, you actually need to come from the other side to open it. But if you angle this just right and jump off of that part of the wall, you can grapple onto this awning and sequence break.
Wow, that didn't seem terribly difficult.
It took several tries. The thing is, it really depends on the angle that you jump so that you're able to sort of curve yourself around to be able to jump off the wall so that you can grapple onto the awning.
Oh.
If you can't jump off the wall, you're not going to make it. And this also introduces us to a certain type of enemy, not just large lizards, though that is new, but because they're so small and low to the ground, you can just jump and immediately go into a death blow.
That's awesome. They were very cute, though.
Well, you didn't see them up close.
I guess not. I just saw big, very Geico gecko-looking eyes.
You can fall on them from a distance, though.
Oh my.
Oh dear.
Was it necessary?
Now, this is a sequence break because this is how you're supposed to come out of that cave down at the bottom. But I feel like going backwards. Just for a laugh.
Just for a giggle.
Because there's something major down there. It's side stuff, but it's major. Actually, going backwards is a little tricky, because all the grappling points are to help you go up.
Oh boy, watch out. You get that one? Okay.
Now, we're kind of seeing from the side the route we're going to take going down through the Serpent Valley, actually.
Are you using your mouse?
No, I use a PS4 controller. It's just, I'm very erratic with my controller.
Oh, okay.
I'm not a great cameraman, I apologize.
It very much looked like you were moving a mouse.
So this is cool. We're in a dark cave, but Wolf has shinobi sight, so he can see in the dark and to make his eyes glow.
Ah, cool.
We can't see very far, though. There was actually something in the cave with us. Oh, good do it. Just grinding down the rock.
Chest bump it.
Now, this is a cliff you're actually supposed to go down to in order to get to this cave.
This area looks very, A, kind of reminds me of Breath of the Wild. B, it makes me very excited for whenever Nintendo consoles are capable of these graphics.
Yeah. I don't want the sugar. This is actually a time you want to whip out the Divine Confetti, because we're coming up on our first ethereal mini-boss. Let's see if we could see him.
There's different realms of mini-bosses.
Yep, he cannot be hit by your regular sword, or at least he won't take any noticeable damage. You need the Divine Confetti. Can't see it from here, but he has a very distinct appearance. He's fucking headless.
Oh no!
These guys are really cool. Unfortunately, they do terror damage. When the meter fills up, you die instantly. I'm not equipped to deal with them, so getting out of here. A couple of things about the Headless. There's multiples of them. There's like 5. Aside from 2, which are in specific locations, they create a fog around them that makes you move really slowly so you can't escape from them. And also, they swing a big sword very slowly, but in a way that's hard to gauge when to deflect. And also, I think the deflection still builds up terror anyway, It's rough fighting them.
Yeah, those things are horrifying. Hi. Are you enjoying yourself, Mr. Spine Explosion?
That's actually another enemy that's so small you can just jump and death blow them. I didn't know that at the time.
Looks like something out of Silent Hill.
Yeah,
This game's getting spooky.
we're getting up to the creepier stuff. But this, interestingly, Sympho Temple here, this is like the midpoint of the game. It's kind of like a teaser for it. You can come here pretty early on, but only to this one particular bell. But Sympho Temple proper, that's like the midpoint. At least depending on how you do, you can actually get here earlier otherwise. But, you know how I mentioned giving Kuro the charm was hard mode?
Yeah.
That bell is also hard mode.
Yeah, it said do not ring it, so I'm guessing we're gonna ring it.
I will when we get around to New Game Plus. That just buffs all the enemies.
What the... why?
There are masochists in the world. But anyway, we're back to the stairway. The other important thing you pick up here is another Gourd Seed. So again, they hide a lot of really important stuff immediately behind the ogre.
Ooh. Oh, there you go. That's the sneak.
Yeah, there's a couple ways you can deal with this. Probably a better way would actually be to go out of that broken part of the wall up on the bridge, and then just climb around on the tree. Because there's an enemy around here that can see you very easily, and he'll alert all the other enemies. So sneaking around this way, even though it seems more logical, is actually not smart. You can hear him right now. There's a little frog man ringing a gong.
Little... oh, of course, that's what that sound is. Silly me.
You can see him up on the cliff there.
Gee, I heard him.
Yeah, he screeches. If you sneak up behind him, he goes ghetto ghetto. So he's like a little frog man.
Oh, I thought it was literally like a frog, like an anthro frog guy.
Luckily, none of these guys can get up here. So if you just duck down, they'll lose sight of you pretty quickly.
Shit. There's nothing we can do about this, boys. We're done for. Never mind, he's back on the ground!
Luckily, you didn't hear that. So the reason I'm clearing all these out is because there's another mini-boss.
Oh boy.
At least this guy's human. And he's another one of the generals, like the guys we fought earlier on in the game. He does a really small patrol, though. You can get up behind him and backstab him, but you need to move quickly. And, like, right as he turns around. Because otherwise he's going to turn back around and see you. So let me try and do that. Wait for the timing. Right there. God damn it, table!
I was almost impressed. Oh.
So yeah, the generals with the big swords are relentless.
Man, I bet getting that sneak attack would have been very helpful in this scenario.
Probably. Nice thing about the thrusts, you can deflect them. I think they just don't count towards posture damage. You need to Makiri counter them. But I love whenever I break their posture while I'm in the air and I just dive bomb them. The thing about the big human guys, I'm still failing. I don't have the instincts down. But sometimes they'll back up and they'll power up Dragon Ball Z style. That's actually them readying themselves to reduce their posture damage. It's like they're healing themselves, basically. There we go. And when you Makiri counter them, you're able to get a free hit in if you attack quickly enough. Still don't have the timing down.
You can do it.
Right there.
This game is very dependent on you getting the posture down. Because you've hardly done any damage to him otherwise.
Yeah. It's really only bosses where the health is as important as posture, if not even more so. And maybe the Chained Ogre, actually. That was the one case where I had actually depleted his health before I could do a death blow. This note's telling us about the Headless. This is actually the path that you're intended to go down to get to them.
I thought that was like a power box for some reason. It's like, this is the one house in the world at this time with electricity. This is where Thomas Edison's hiding out.
In the pre-1800s.
Yes. Thomas Edison died when he was 304.
Well, that is the Hasina Castle, but the bridge is out. So we gotta go down into the valley. I got caught by a bunch of enemies. They didn't come down. You can actually hear a creaking sound. That's more lizards.
Imagine they're across the chasm like, hey, you! I will get you!
Oh, we're getting some earthquakes.
Uh-oh. Stay in the air, they won't affect you.
Now, I asked you a specific question back in part 2. Let's see if you remember it.
The question or the answer to the question?
The question.
I don't remember the question.
Do you like snakes?
Oh, yeah. They're fine. Oh, boy.
Do you like giant snakes?
I think they're cool. Right now, if it was a crab this size, I would be curling up into a ball and I would cancel the LP, but this is a snake, that's alright.
Do you like giant god snakes that are hungry for sacrifices?
That's even better, are you kidding me?
Well, good, then you're gonna like this section.
Yeah. You know, it's pretty neat.
It's the stealth section, avoiding the snake.
I've actually seen this guy too.
This is pretty rad.
Oh my god, yes. I love shit like this. This is very Alien Isolation.
If you move quickly enough, you can actually run through this area without him being able to notice you or catch you. I'm playing it safe for the sake of the LP. Once he rises up there and starts looking around, that's your cue to jump ahead and move forward. Now, once you get in this cave, you'll hear him smacking his head against the cave door. Keep running, though. Jump across this chasm and run up against this wall. There, you move through this section much faster. And he goes into caution here, but he always does that. He doesn't actually see you.
How does the world continue existing with something like this in it? It's like if we tried to coexist with Tyrannosaurus Rexes. It just wouldn't happen. This thing could eat everyone on the planet.
Well, the idea is he's the god of this realm.
Oh.
We'll learn more about him as it goes on. In fact, why there's even a palanquin here. We actually need to hide into this. He sees us, but, not for long. He's not happy about that. He stays not happy about that for a while.
He's just throwing a temper tantrum.
Yeah, such a drama queen.
Alright.
I really wanted to see how long it would take, but it literally stays like this until you move on.
What a baby.
Oh, nearly hit me. Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling.
Now he's cute.
Clipping through the cliff. And now he's gone. So now I can head back down and pick up whatever that item was.
Great.
But yeah, that's a pretty cool section.
It just reminded me that I should probably play Alien Isolation.
I heard good things about it.
That game's coming to Switch, isn't it? I forgot about that. I need to play that. very badly.
But that's another place to pick up snap seeds if you want to use them. There's a few pretty specific places where they're very useful, but there's more than a few illusion enemies out there. You'll find uses for them, I'm sure. Alright, but now we're out of the Serpent Valley, thankfully.
Thank God. Or thank the Serpent, I guess.
Serpent God.
Thanks, Serpent. Thanks, sweet Slytherin God.
Got another type of sugar. We've probably seen this before, but Akko sugar is a boost to your attack. Very useful in bosses. And there's a guy right at the edge. He's in a perfect place to die.
Yes, you can pull him off. Perfect.
I am so red right now.
Why is this guy wearing a Hawaiian shirt?
It's a kimono.
It kind of looks like a Hawaiian shirt, doesn't it?
This is why I feel bad for the Taro troop. They're these sad baby men who don't know what's happening. They're just forced to fight.
Yeah.
Alright, but before we move on, there is a Sculptors Idol right here.
Ah, good. It's hidden a little bit in the grass.
Not gonna rest just yet. There's another one of the little guys here. Remember this from part 1. These guys are called Sympho Assassins, and we were just at Sympho Temple. They come from there.
Were these the guys I called trolls under the bridge?
Yeah, they're what you call the troll. They're not a troll, though.
Ah.
They're just tiny, grotesque men. The way they fight is a little weird. They spray stuff along the ground, they dodge a lot. They're a little hard to fight. But their helmets count as shields. That means I can break it. Well, if I did it right.
These guys are weirdly cool.
They're kind of cool. They can get tough later in the game. Now, this piece of paper tells us some interesting stuff. One, it tells us about the snap seed we just found, but also why that palanquin was there. Because people offer up themselves in, quote, marriage to the Serpent, which is, they offer themselves as a meal.
Well, he's a corporeal being, technically. He needs to eat.
It's some fucked up ancient religion stuff. All gods need sacrifices, I guess.
Or if they just lose faith in him and he just starves.
I guess keep that in mind, actually. Shit gets remarkably deep just with the Serpent, not involving him directly.
Huh? What is the sword? Oh, that's what that sword is. I like it when, in stealth games, like, it kind of started in, I'd say Metal Gear Solid 3, where the guards aren't always, like, right on. They're just casually walking around on their posts. They're not, like, always like, huh, I'm ready, walking very determinedly. They're just like, spear over my shoulder, just chilling out. Probably nothing's gonna happen today.
That guy's telling us about Gyoubu. I think we've heard about him before. I could have just killed him with Shuriken from a distance.
That's not as fun.
These guys I'm gonna have to actually get up in their face. One of them is a spear guy, and I want to kill him last, because I can just Makiri him and he'll be dead. Come on. As an example. Ow. Pretty easy. This building feels like just a copy-paste of the old woman's house. It's the same structure. And we got a bigger version of the coin purse. That one gives you 500 sen.
Ooh. Big chunky.
Do not fall down there.
Jump.
And we got another vision. Need to go up and... There we go. This one's Kuro and Genichiro.
ひとたびは退ける。ナイフの軍はあまりに強大だ。
それゆえ我が血を流因の力を利用するというのですか。いかに力を得るため、痛みも恐れも忘れ、戦い続けるの。
I couldn't see them while I was down there. But there's soldier bodies down there.
この屍の山を見ろ。もはや人
There they are.
の全ては橋。
It's the tiny feet's a little comical.
私は
Oh, I couldn't see him at first. I see him now.
強くはなれません。何をなすべきか、未だわからぬのです。
あれから随分と経つ。
You probably forgot what Wolf told you.
Yeah. He did.
La-di-da-di-da. We actually need to use that tree in order to get out of this area. Not gonna do it just yet. There's a couple things I want to see. This one is kind of sad.
Kokage Yoshi.
Took me a second. Oh, poor guy. Let's put him out of his misery.
You think if you walked up and consoled him, he'd let you go?
No.
I've been through that too, man.
It would be nice, but it wouldn't be Sekiro.
If there's like an Undertale mechanic in a game like this, it's like, just be nice to him. I'll let you go.
Of all games,
Just this one.
the next bleak From Software game lets you go full all mercy.
Pacifist run of Dark Souls 4. And it's like 10 times harder than any Dark Souls game ever. Ah! that bird nearly smacked you.
Let's use our monocular and just look around. This is definitely a battlefield. Funny thing is, the boss is hiding behind there. He must be bunched up against the wall, because he's very well hidden. Maybe he just doesn't spawn in yet. Another fucking bird!
Still no fall damage.
Not yet, you gotta fall pretty far. Hell yes! Gyoubu rules!
Does he?
This is a really cool boss fight. This guy's really hammy, he's a lot of fun. But also just fighting him, he's a really good boss.
Oh my god. His spear is gargantuan. Where can I get this guy for my Fire Emblem party?
I do kind of get Fire Emblem vibes from him.
Yeah.
Fun thing about Gyoubu, all the other bosses gave me serious trouble, and I died to pretty much all of them, I'm sure. But Gyoubu was the first boss that I was able to beat the first try, and he was still a lot of fun, though. Oh, whoops.
Oh, there goes that guard tower.
He's another boss where getting the grappling hook attack is very useful, because a lot of the time he'll pause, he'll run away, and then the grapple icon will appear, so you can jump over to him and get 2 free hits on him. Like right here. He's a very intense man. Oh god.
Oh my god.
He swings his spear around sometimes. If you don't grapple onto him, that's gonna wreck you.
That's ridiculous. It's like doing that to a tree if you were your size.
I don't think you can Makiri counter when he throws the spear at you. sometimes the horse will get spooked if you do enough damage at one time.
You almost got him. Oh, that face. Oh, good. You don't kill the horse.
Pushes me out of the way.
But the horse does get sad.
Yeah.
Oh, and disappears. That's okay. They're together.
Yeah, Gyoubu's a really cool boss. I always enjoy fighting him.
I would have been really sad if the horse just stayed there.
And as a bonus, we get the mechanical barrel. This allows us to upgrade our prosthetic.
Ooh.
Except not quite upgraded so much as we turn the tools we already have into additional different tools. It's weird, because like, we're able to have the regular shuriken that we have right now, and along with it, another better shuriken. Is a little weird. But I guess in case you want to hang on to the originals. But that opens the way to Hasina Castle Gate. We're not going to head up into the castle in this part, but there's a couple things I want to do first. I like whenever you use one of the memories, you get some additional information. Like in this case, Gyoubu technically lost to Isshin Ashina, but he was so impressed that Isshin hired him into the army anyway, and he was a close colleague of Genichiro. But now we're going to head up into the temple that we just circled around. There's another one of those shinobi. You remember the guy we fought up in the pagoda?
Yeah. Well, somebody killed him.
If you go around, there's another one of the memorial mob here.
I don't know why they let me set up shop here. Looks like you're on fire. It's kind of awesome.
Yeah, whenever I find a torch, I try to angle the camera in the best way.
That's a nice, unusual hat from TF2 you're wearing there, son.
Dragon's Blood Droplet is a very useful item. We can't fully utilize it right now, but if in battle you end up losing all of your resurrection nodes, you can pop that and it'll recover a bit. It's also useful in cases where you have a resurrection node, but you just died, so you can't use it yet. That will allow you to use it again. This guy also sells the firecrackers, in case you missed it with the first guy.
Oh, I thought he just sold you money.
No.
Wait. Okay.
You can sell the money bags to him, I think, and you will get the money. But I want to buy the Gourd Seed.
Here I have $5. I'll give it to you for $5.
And he does count as a shop. You can sell stuff to him. Most of the stuff you're going to have like hundreds of aren't going to be worth a lot. But you don't always need a lot. Sometimes you just need that little extra. Like, I never use dowsing powder. I could pretty much sell all of them. I just wanted enough to buy another coin purse. Now let's go inside and see who killed that shinobi. Oh, there's another one. He's just killing them left and right.
Check out what I did. Bet you can't do this.
Yeah,
Who you calling a liar? Oh.
わしに名乗る名などないか。忍びは大概そうじゃ。名乗らず死におる。じゃが、その左腕、忍び技師とは懐かしい。
It reminds me of my left arm.
なるほど。石腕の狼か。気に入ったぞ。ならば、赤色。お主
Name
を
drop
そう呼ぼう。
Bam, bam.
なんだ。
So yeah, Sekiro in Japanese means one-armed wolf.
hasinaの天狗よ。
Oh, wow.
おう赤
That's a lot. That's a lot in just one word.
Yeah.
なんだと。この足な
The fuck are you talking about?
ネズミが入り
Well, a one-armed wolf would be a lot less effective than a one-armed guy named Wolf.
ネズミもいろいろ
Yeah.
じゃが、それを
Just reminded of Little Brother from Homestar Runner.
切り捨てんのよ。どうやら
That was the inspiration for this game, actually.
お主にも一切の才がある。その才を磨くのに役立とう。どうじゃ赤炉。ネズミ狩りをせぬか。
We have to do this in order to progress the story.
What if you refuse? Is it just like, ah, come on, and then it asks you again?
Maybe, if anything, you'll reach a point in the game where a character won't be there until you do this. So there we go. So the Sympho assassins, one of them we just saw, there's a little gaggle of them just inside of the castle gate.
切ってまいれ。さすれば、お主の戦に役立つものをやろう。
You might only need to kill one, I think. Now I tried to get a good look at the Tengu, but every time I tried to use the Nightjar monocle, the picture would just be super blurry, and I don't know why.
Huh. Doesn't have the right focus.
へえ、あんたが生き残ったのかい。鬼の行部様もやっと屍になれたかね。
This old woman's just always here, and she's just always crotchety.
戦は続き、屍は積まれ、怨嗟ばかりが満ち満ちる。あんた、考えたことがあるかい。そういう
She's more emo than crotchety.
どこに積もっていくのかを。ないだ
You can just hear Wolf going,
ないだろうね。だからこそ、あんたもあやつも哀れなことだよ。さあ、
This candle's very hot, but I've burned off all my hand.
戦はなくならない。
All of my
あん
hand.
たのお役目も変わらない。そういうも
Soon
の
I
だ
too will be melty. Like a chocolate bar in the summer.
That's a shortcut we really never use.
Ah, great. Just turn around. Fuck you. Bye.
Before we leave, we do want to climb this tower. There is stuff to be had.
Stuff.
It looks tighter and harder to get to than it actually is. Whenever you're on one of these platforms, there's kind of an invisible wall. Until you jump, you're not going to fall off of a cliff or what have you.
Ooh.
But up in the attic is a prayer bead.
There's clearly more in that treasure chest.
Yeah, but it's all we need.
I thought you were going to say, yeah, but it's all weenies.
It's all shit for weenies. And now we never come back.
This isn't Weenie Row. Jump.
Jump! Jump! Alright. Let's go hunt some quote-unquote rats. They're just tiny evil men, don't call them rats. Although the Tengu actually calls anybody invading the Ashina castle a rat, not just the little guys.
Wow. Oof.
Yeah, just bum rush that guy.
That was a good timing.
they're over there. Don't run up to them just yet.
やはり重いようじゃ。
Oh, I couldn't quite tell what those were from a distance. They're dudes in hats.
Yeah.
I thought they were like undulating, shaved bison.
Now a vision we need a drawn visual of.
I'm not doing it. It's actually really gross in my mind. People think I'm making this shit up. That's really my first thought when I saw these figures in the distance.
The reason you don't want to run up is because there's another assassin watching them. You want to kill him first. And then pick one of them and run up and backstab them. You don't want both of these guys attacking you. Too far away. Let's try that again. There goes his hat.
There we go.
They look like mandrakes. Gonna look around here in case there's anything else. There wasn't, though. So head back to the Tengu.
Oh, ネズミを飼ったようじゃな。
Just dragging their heads behind me.
やはりお主には人斬りの才がある。よし。
Well, I do have an axe attached to my hand. This gets us another skill tree. This one is extremely useful.
Style.
Kill him in style.
堅苦しい決まり事などない。ただ戦に勝つ。
So, whip out a gun if you want. Sure, that's martial arts.
何よりお主の戦に役立てるがいい。
I feel like I just watched some, whether it's a video game or a TV show or something that called guns its own martial art. It wasn't a joke or anything, but it reminded me of that, and I'm killing myself trying to think of what that was. I think it was Crisis. I don't know. Moving on.
Let's check out those skills. First one is pretty useful. Ichimonji is just, you stand up straight with your sword up and whack it down on an enemy. It does some pretty good posture damage, and it recovers your posture damage.
Ooh.
The skill tree also has some really good buffs that you definitely want to buy, like Ascending Carp that increases the amount of posture damage you do from a deflection, and after that, it's kind of expensive, but Breath of Nature that recovers health upon doing a death blow. So kind of like Bloodborne, in a way, except it has nothing to do with timing. It's not doing damage before the health meter drains or anything like that. It's just kill, get health back. Both very useful upgrades. The Hasina arts pretty much all have to do with posture. All the other buffs increase posture damage or reduce posture damage you take depending on what weapon the enemy uses. And the new attacks that we get, the second one is just a double Ichimonji where you do a follow-up even harder smack on the enemy. And the last bit is a secret ultimate attack that we'll unlock later. All of the skill art trees have a secret ultimate attack at the end.
狼殿、よく参られました。調べのため、物資殿、お願い。
I'll try. I can't scrape blood off a corpse. There, and I definitely needed that.
Sweet.
And let's attach that barrel to our arm.
Now that you attach the barrel, it will allow you to carry things such as liquids or small items like beads.
忍び義手の真となる仕掛けよ。どれ、仕込んでやろう。この仕掛けで何ができる？
I'm not sure why Gyoubu has this, though. Maybe it's something I ripped off the spear that allowed him to swing it around like that.
お前さんの忍び義手の牙をさらに研ぎ澄ますことができる。筒薬とは何だ？からくり筒と共に使う鉄のくず、あるいは炎症といったものじゃな。
The gunpowder and the metals we picked up are used for this.
持ってくるといい。
You're not done scratching my arm.
It's very cathartic.
So we got a big upgrade tree. It costs a lot of sen, it costs a lot of materials. And by design, no matter how many you get, you're not going to be able to fill out all of the tree in one run.
Jeez. That is so much.
Yep. There's some pretty good stuff here, though. A lot of these upgrades, they're the same regular weapon, except you can hold the button down and do an additional ability. Like with the spinning shuriken, you hold down the button, then when you shoot it at an enemy, it keeps spinning and driving into them for a minute and does more damage.
Damn.
Some hardcore stuff.
Absolutely.
Next time, we are going to head up into Hasina Castle, but only for a little bit. We're actually going to head back to that first area from the beginning of the game, the Hasina Reservoir. You are now able to go back and fight a couple mini-bosses and discover some new stuff. It's actually not going to be until part 12 that we actually head into the castle proper.
Oh, it's quite a ways away.
There's a lot of side stuff, some of which I'm kind of doing early, and when I get around to New Game Plus, I'll show what happens if you do those later in the game. Things actually change. There's some subtle differences, like there'll be new enemies if you go there later in the game, or it'll just generally be harder because you're expected to come here with better stuff. But there's different ways to play, and I like that.
Yeah. Gotta love it.